All right, Billy here with Michelle, Alaska Raceway Park. We're over at the oval now. This is a pretty nice oval. Tell me about the classes that you run here and how often you run.
We run every other week all summer long. We have a late model class, baby grands, bomber stock, thunder stock, legends, and then we added bandoleros this year. We have a couple of sprint cars that come and run every once in a while, and then every once in a while the dirt late models grace us with their presence. So Mike and the guys come out with their cars and put on quite a show out here.
Oh, that would be of interest to me. So
Yeah.
I imagine they just run on the regular dirt tires, or do they change them?
I think they change them out, but
Okay.
they can't do too many laps on the asphalt, but they come out and they have a really good time. It's pretty wicked. So
I know way back in the day in the Midwest in Iowa, there was like an asphalt track there, and one of the dirt traveling series, they would race there like maybe once a year. I think they only did it for a couple of years, but they would keep their dirt tires on, which is probably a pretty funky deal. I never attended one of those, but
it's a lot of fun. Those guys are a hoot, and they've got a lot of people that come and watch them, and they're just so loud and obnoxious.
yeah. And once again, look at the backdrop here. Pretty cool. Yeah, like Mike was telling me, if you would ever throw dirt on the track or build a dirt track, I would definitely be back.
Yeah, he's been bugging me since day one to get a dirt track built out here.
Hey, I do have one quick question
Okay.
for you. Being you're so close to the city limits, is it a struggle with the citizens? Do you get many complaints? I know coming down the road here, there was like a noise ordinance kind of sign. Do you have any issues that you have to deal with?
We do have some noise ordinances. We have to be done by 10, so we try to be done by, we shoot for about 9 just in case we need a little bit of extra time. We try to be really good citizens and help out the community as much as possible, but also get to do the fun stuff that we like to do. So we've got a pretty good relationship with most of our neighbors out here.
Hey, Michelle, would you take me for a spin around this oval?
Heck yeah, let's go.
All right, let's do this.
Should have souped up the golf cart. We got a pace dog.
We got a pace dog. How cool is that? Pace dog wants to win. He's going to block you. Alaska Raceway Park, Palmer, Alaska. So you got a little bit of banking in your corners.
Yep.
Do you know what the degree of banking is offhand?
6, 8, and 12.
8 to 12. Now I hear that your family has a lot of history here. Did they actually build this facility?
The drag strip has been here since 1964, and then we built this oval track in 2016.
The oval track in 2016. So is that your father then?
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
They're getting it all marked out for the vendors. Here's a spike. Need to block the wind here.
Okay, so let me step off here for a second.
Okay.
So you say your dad built the oval and the drag strip was here when you purchased the land then, or?
Yeah, the drag strip started in 1964, and there was a group of dedicated racers that went in and kind of worked out a deal with the state to get this property and carve this out of there. And then our family got involved with it in the 80s when my brother started racing here, and then we took over ownership in the late 90s of the facility. And so then we've been kind of evolving it since then. There was a circle track over in Wasilla, but it closed in 2010. And so when that closed, and there were a whole bunch of displaced racers and fans, and so Dana Pruse, who's one of our racers out here, and my dad and a couple other guys were kind of getting together and trying to figure out how we could make this happen here and provide a home for those guys and to our facility.
Yeah, that was going to be my next question, whether your family was, you know, into racing or whether they were just business people. But
yeah, I mean,
yeah.
my dad grew up racing, and we're, like I said earlier, from Wisconsin originally, so he grew up racing at Road America and, you know, down there in the
Wisconsin.
States in Wisconsin. We used to go to the dirt track when we were kids, and we had a friend of ours that was racing, and we'd go watch him race every weekend. And you know, so racing's just been part of who we are, and it doesn't matter whether it's, you know, on the ice or at the drag strip or the circle track or whatever. It's motorsports is part of our life. And so you know, we started the drag strip, and then it's kind of evolved into this, and we'll see where it goes next.
So in the wintertime, do the bring the sled dogs out here to race?
No, we don't really do anything out here in the wintertime yet. We're, you know, I'm newly back into the management role out here, and so kind of just trying to figure out how all the operations works together, and then where we're going to go from here.
Okay, yeah, once again, you've got a beautiful facility here, paved oval, drag strip, and that's an incredible mount for a backdrop here. Now, does that mount have does it have a name?
That's Pioneer Peak, and then it has a native name, which I can't pronounce, but it's called the Watcher. So it watches over all of us.
Yeah, I wasn't aware of it until I arrived here. You know, Mount McKinley, was familiar with that, but I guess they
Yep.
changed the name to Denali.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
the highest mountain in North America.
Yes.
So it took me a little while to figure it out till I did some research. Oh, that's Mount McKinley.
Yep.
So,
and hopefully you'll get to see it on your way up. It's she's a challenge. She's not always out and visible on the way, but you might be able to see it.
yeah, we like to promote tourism on the way, so that was
Yeah.
one of the stops. I kind of researched it. I guess you can drive your vehicle 15 miles in, but you have to take the bus tour to go beyond the 15.
Yep.
And it
Yeah.
sounds like visibility of it is tough, but I'm hoping I can find a spot.
Yeah. You'll if you can see it, if it's clear, you'll be able to see it before you get to Talkeetna on the highway. So.
Okay, pretty cool. I'll have to pull over and take some photos. Well, I got to get on the road. I'm going to end this video, and I'll probably take a few more photos here before I leave, and we'll do a little post, get you guys a little bit of publicity.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for stopping in. It's really cool to see you, and hopefully, you know, someday if I get dirt, you'll be back.
Yeah, definitely. If you're ever in the lower 48, swing by, and we'll maybe hit a dirt track or something. And
That would be fantastic.
all right. Well, thank you, Michelle.
You bet. Thanks.